Namaste, Sat Sri Akal. In this video, I'm going to talk about Sikhism, Khalsa Panth. In chant in Guru Granth Sahib by Guru Arjan, he says, I have made this body and mind a sacrifice, a sacrificial offering to the Lord, dedicating my body and mind. I have crossed over the terrifying world ocean and shaken off the fear of death. Now, who and what is Khalsa? He who keeps alight the unquenchable torch of truth and never swerves from the thought of one God. He who has full love and confidence in God and does not put his faith even by mistake in fasting or the graves of Muslim saints, Hindu crematoriums or yogis, places of sepulture. He who recognizes the one God and no pilgrimages, almsgiving, non-destruction of life, penances or austerities, and in whose heart the light of the perfect one shines. He is to be recognized as a pure member of the Khalsa. This was uttered by Guru Gobind Singh. The word Khalsa means pure. Khalsas are Sikhs which have undergone the sacred Amrit ceremony initiated by the 10th Sikh Guru, Guru Gobind Singh. The Khalsa order was initially created on Baisakhi Day, March 30th, 1699, with Guru Gobind Singh baptizing 5 Sikhs and then in turn asking the 5 Khalsas to baptize him. Following this, the Guru personally baptized thousands of men and women into the Khalsa order. The Khalsa baptism ceremony is undertaken as part of one's own personal spiritual evolution when the initiate is ready to fully live up to the high expectations of Guru Gobind Singh. All Sikhs are expected to be Khalsa or be working towards that objective. The Khalsa baptism ceremony involves drinking of Amrit, sugar, water stirred with a dagger in the presence of 5 Khalsa Sikhs as well as the Guru Granth Sahib. The initiate is instructed in the following. A. You shall never remove any hair from any part of thy body. B. You shall not use tobacco, alcohol, or any other intoxicants. C. You shall not eat the meat of an animal slaughtered the Muslim way. D. You shall not commit adultery. The initiate is required to wear the physical symbols of a Khalsa at all times as well as follow the Khalsa code of conduct. Spiritual evolution. Stage 1. Manmukh, a person who is self-centered and only thinks about himself and the material world around him and is totally oblivious to God. Stage 2, Sikh. Anyone who sets out on the path of learning and meets the specific definition of a Sikh as appears in the Rahat Maryada, official code of conduct. Stage 3, Khalsa. Total dedication to Sikhism, one who has the shed his ego and personality and truly honors the memory of Guru Gobind Singh through his actions and deeds. Stage 4, Gurmukh, one who has achieved mukti, salvation, and is totally God centered. The physical articles of faith. Number 1, case, long unshorn hair, a symbol of spirituality. The case reminds a Khalsa to behave like the Gurus. It is a mark of dedication and group consciousness, showing a Khalsa's acceptance of God's will. Long hair have long been a common element of many spiritual prophets of various religions such as Jesus, Moses, and Buddha. Number 2, Dastar, turban, a symbol of royalty and dignity. Historically, the turban has been held in high esteem in Eastern and Middle Eastern cultures. Guru Gobind Singh transformed this cultural symbol into a religious requirement so that the Khalsa would always have high self-esteem. It differentiates Sikhs from other religious followers who keep long hair but wear caps or keep matted hair. The turban cannot be covered by any other headgear or replaced by a cap or hat. The turban is mandatory for Sikh men and optionally for Sikh women. Kanga, comb, a symbol of hygiene and discipline, as opposed to the matted, unkept hair of ascetics. A Khalsa is expected to regularly wash and comb their hair as a matter of self-discipline. Kada, steel bracelet, a symbol to remind the wearer of restraint in their actions and remembrance of God at all times. Kacha, drawers, a symbol signifying self-control and chastity. Kirpan, ceremonial sword, a symbol of dignity and the Sikh struggle against injustice. It is worn purely as a religious symbol and not as a weapon. The Khalsa. The Sikh will worship only God. They will not set up any idols, gods, goddesses, or statues for worship, nor shall they worship any human being. The Sikhs will believe in no other religious book other than the Holy Guru Granth Sahib, although they can study other religious books for acquiring knowledge and for comparative study. The Sikhs will not believe in caste, untouchability, magic, omens, amulets, astrology, appeasement rituals, ceremonial hair cutting, fast frontal masks, sacred thread, graves, and traditional death rites. The Khalsa will remain distinct by wearing the 5 Ks but shall not injure the feeling of other professing different religions. The Khalsa will pray to God before starting any work. This will be over and above his usual prayers. Although a Sikh may learn as many languages as he likes, He must learn Punjabi and teach his children to learn to read it. Every male should add Singh after his name, and every female Khalsa should add Kaur after her name. They must never remove hair from any part of their bodies. Drugs, smoking, and alcohol are strictly forbidden by Sikhs. Khalsa men and women will not make holes in their ears or nose and shall have no connection whatsoever with those who kill their daughters. Sikh women will not wear a veil. A Sikh must live on honest labor and give generously to the poor and the needy, thinking all the time that whatever he gives is given to the Guru. A Sikh must never steal or gamble. Except for the kacha and the turban, there is no restriction on the dress of a Khalsa. But Khalsa dress should be simple and modest. When a Khalsa meets another Khalsa, he will greet him by saying Vaheguru Ji ki Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. The Khalsa belong to God, victory belong to God.